Testing, testing. One, two, three. This is Boxing Fans Talk TV coming to you live. I'm not at my usual location. I'm on location. So I figure I'll try to come in and do a live. I've been gone for about a while, y'all. So be some interesting stuff that I'll be talking about coming up in this week. But like I said, I'm not at my usual location, hence why I'm talking mildly, like I'm not talking as loud as I normally do. But I wanted to come in and touch base with you guys. I don't want to be going too long. I'm having too much fun. I'm just having too much fun traveling, doing everything. So y'all see the thumbnail. Bud talking this ish to Thurman and Danny Garcia. We don't have to pull the proof, do we? We really don't have to pull the proof as to why he's saying what he's saying. So, I mean, think about it. We don't have to. But anyway, we're going to get into that and much, much more. But y'all know the drill. First, let's turn to. Welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. I see you in here, Mr. Golden, already. Golden up in the building. Lady T. Hello, my beautiful queen. Long time. Yeah, Golden, look. I'm an empty nester. I'm in these streets, boy. Y'all, I'm in these streets. I'm out here traveling, doing my thing. I'm living my life. I'm 20 something again. That's what it is. I think that's what it is a little bit. I'm just out here in these streets, dealing with life and all that, making moves. Y'all know I told you I was buying me a new house. So I was up here revisiting the lot, revisiting the plot. I'm about to go talk to the lady about the house tomorrow. And oh, it's gonna be a nice joint. It's nice, nice, nice. And it's just for moi. It's just for me. My kids are grown. I ain't gotta sit there and take care of no kids, do the 9 to 5. Although I love that job, it was the most important job I ever had in my life. And it's the most hardest job you'll ever have in your life, being a parent. But them days are done for me. My kids got it. They grown. They handling their business. So Mama, Lady T, Miss T, whatever you call me, she in the streets. She's somewhere in the damn snow. But anyway, I'm out here and I'm not on location, my normal location. I'm out here traveling or whatever. So I said, let me try to learn how to do this when I'm not at home. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I noticed a couple of YouTubes about Bud talking this ish about Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. But y'all know what I do at the top of my hour. So water check, water check, water check. Being that I'm traveling, yes, I drink a lot of water. I'm going to talk about that when I get back home. How I caught 5 asthma attacks coming up from Georgia, coming back home to the bot. Got sick as hell, made my destination, made it to my event, and then after the event was over, made it to the hospital. I went in for a breathing treatment, y'all. I wound up being in the hospital for a week. But I'm gonna get into that when I talk about it. Things are looking up though, because we got one part of my medical situation fixed, and now we're gonna fix this other one. We're about to button it down. But yes, Miss T been in the hospital for a week. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm good to go. And we're gonna we're gonna fix this other problem. So Miss T don't ever have to keep going back in the hospital. But allergies out here is real, y'all. It's real. Just the change in weather. It's just my luck that I have that type of problem. But again, we ain't gonna cry over no spilt milk. It is what it is. But anywho, I'm out here in these streets having fun, looking at my houses, hanging out with the fam, smoking my trees, having my fun. Anyway, um, water check, water check, water check. So while I was in the hospital, I drank plenty of water. Oh, I was on it. I'm still drinking water. But today I gotta say I didn't meet my benchmark. Cause again, I'm out the hospital now. I'm out there having fun. I'm traveling around, and I ain't meet my benchmark. But after all, tomorrow is another day, so I will get it tomorrow. But other than that, y'all see the new picture, the new thumbnail, something I created. Like I said, y'all, I'm out here having fun. I'm like really having fun and being happy. I mean, like I'm always happy, but I'm saying it's weird. It's like, whew, like I don't know what to say. Like I'm so confident that my kids know what they're doing and they're good to go and they're standing on their own. I'm telling you, like you know what I think it is. I really think that's because at this point I don't take care of nobody but me, and I haven't done that in a long time. Nobody but me. I don't pay none of my kids' bills. I don't do nothing. They don't get no money from me. I don't get money from them. Nothing. We are all on our own. And that's been a long time. I haven't seen this since my early 20s. So all my money comes to me. What? Everything? What? Y'all know I'm over here geeking. That's probably what it is, y'all. That's probably what it is. But anywho, water check, water check. We say at Boxing Fans Talk TV that everybody should drink at least a gallon of water if you're an adult. But if you can't reach that goal, try to reach 100 ounces of water per day. And if you can get to that goal, you good. You cooking with grease. You know, we know a lot of people ain't gonna drink that much water. So first thing in the morning, before them toes hit the ground, drink your 100 ounces of water. I mean your 8 ounces of water. Look at me saying 100. I'm geek, y'all. I'm geek. I ain't smoked nothing tonight. Trust me, not yet. But drink your 8 ounces, have it on the nightstand, have it on standby. Because after all, your body is an engine, and the water is the lube, and to get the churning and burning when you get up in the morning. And you want things to pass in a timely and efficient manner. If you're not drinking water first thing in the morning, you're doing it wrong. That's to be the first thing you do before you do anything. And the second time is at night when you get out the shower, before you put your jammies on. Go on to drink you 8 ounces. Have it on the nightstand. Trick your mind. I done told y'all about all these tricks. Look, I'm even more geek because where I'm moving to is 3 access to spring water that come out the ground. You can't get no better than that. You can't get no better than that. That's me yelling. You can't get no better than that. Because how about it? Fresh water. I do that where I'm at now. I go down the street from my house and I fill up my 5 gallon tank. I got a water cooler and it's straight from God's earth. straight from God's earth. I'm not drinking no processed water or nothing. And I tested. I went to the pool place and I got the little strips and I test the pH balance and it registered at 6.9 or 7.0. So I'm happy about that. And now when I come back to Virginia, my mom tells me it's a couple of places I can access to this spring water. So I'm even more happy about that. Y'all need to look that up in your local areas and get with the program. Get with God's water. Boxing God 7 is in the building. What's Papa King? He said just got off work right on time. He said right on time for Miss T. I hear you. He said, what it do, Mr. Golden? Exactamundo. Mr. Golden up in here supporting. Mr. Golden, I'm surprised you ain't doing your back end thing. It's kind of late, but I'm glad to see you with me. Anyway, that's the water thing. Let me get off of that. Let me get on to the other soapbox. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, you don't need to do it again. We already got you locked in, fam. So hit the like and share button. Any questions, statements, or comments you got, you can leave on the replay. Please do. I talk to you guys. And you can do it through the email, boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. Now, I normally will come on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But y'all know I be on that CP time too. And y'all know I be traveling. Like I said, I'm geeked. I'm in these streets. So that's my normal schedule. I ain't changing that schedule. But, I ain't gonna blow smoke up your attribute. If I ain't got nothing to talk about, I ain't got nothing to talk about. But I will come on around that time every day. And then please, please, please hit the cash out. Hit the cash app. I don't know what YouTube is doing to me, but they not trying to hook a sister up. They not counting my views. They not counting nothing. So all I got is the cash app. That's my way of monetizing. And all proceeds go back into the channel. It buys the lovely devices that I come to you at. I bought this laptop with the proceeds from the cash app. I bought my lights, my green screen, all that with the proceeds from the laptop. So hit the cash app, hook the sister up. I'm talking to all of y'all. Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's the cash app. Hook the sister up. Anywho, so now that we got through that, I got to plug my brand. Y'all know I got to do that. Y'all know I got to do that. So look, let me see where is it at. I got two commercials to show y'all. Look at your screen. Hit it, T. That's right. That's one of the commercials. Head over to AskMeT51.com. That's AskMeT51.com. I ain't seen you over there, Mr. Golden, Boxing God, all of y'all. Head on over there. Copy you a t-shirt. Hey, get the bug collection. It's over there too. You know, the commemorative bug collection. But here's the other. I create a lot of teas. A lot of digital stuff is over there. It's a Gidget and Gadget workshop. So head over there, shop till you drop, have fun. Go on and hook the sister up. Get up in the store. You gonna find something you like over there. Trust me, I got something for everybody. Here's the other commercial. Look at the screen. That's right. Head over to AskMeT51.com. That's Ask Me T. That's spelled out at TEE. AskMeT51.com. You're going to find something that you like over there. I promise you. I got gadgets and gadgets. I got spy cameras, handheld printers, uh, culinary stuff, just Christmas stuff. I'm ready for Christmas. I'm trying to get ready for Halloween. I got creative t-shirts. They can make nice Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, back to school, all kinds of stuff. And I'm constantly creating and upgrading and everything. So I see you in here, Dan Tan. He said, Miss T, salute to you, fam. Boxing God 7 said, I see that bud. My era going to shop with you. Indeed, get over there and get your stuff, man. Get your stuff. Now, how it works is you go over there, you go on my store, you order it, the supply gets to you. Now, with the shirts, I'm going through a regular supplier like everybody else. First come, first serve. I've had people get their shirts in a day or two, a couple of days, and like it took me longer to get my shirt than Destiny. Destiny bought a shirt, and it took her a shorter time to get it. I had a person to buy a shirt, came in 2 days, and then they come back, and it took a little bit longer for the second shirt that they bought. I'm telling you, I got the sweaters, the shirts, the whatever. They all one of a kind, dude. And if you want me to, you can hit me up an email and make you something, and I create it and put it on the thing, and that way you could go and get it. So, like, if your family wanted to buy some shirts, or you want to make a family reunion shirt or whatever, I create it, put it on the site, and then your family can come to the site and order it themselves. So holla at your girl. That's what the email for. That's why I say holla at me. But go on over there and shop till you drop. Have fun. Get up in there. Miss Golden, I want to see you up in there. Dan Tan, I want to see you up in there. Boxing God, I want to see you up in there. And everybody else that's listening, I want to see y'all up in there. Shop till you drop. I'm thinking about y'all. But anyway, let's get into this Bud thing. So I'm looking and Bud sounding like what's his name? Uh 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 your boy Earl Sprints. Now, I've never talked about Earl Sprints that hard when he was talking about the Keith Thurman thing and how he didn't want Keith Thurman. He didn't want to fight Keith Thurman because he was mad at him. And the little bit that I did say, I didn't understand it. So I'm gonna say it to you too, bud. I don't understand it. I can't go along with that because this is boxing. Y'all can't have feelings. Y'all always say facts over feelings. Y'all always say don't be emotional. Y'all always saying you're acting like a girl. Well, bud, we know you the shit. You gotta be the shit. The Power Pick, listen to you tick remix. You know what I'm saying? We know that. But I don't want you to turn into what Earl Spence and them was doing. I don't want you to get bitter because you got your blessings. You did get your blessings. And it took a long time. We still fighting for your blessings. You deserve it all. All of it. You deserve the mountaintop. But don't turn it to them. But don't get like them and be saying, hey, when you ain't want to fight me. I think it's relevant and I think he had to get it off his chest to say, back then you didn't know me. Now I'm hot. You all on me. Because that's basically what he's saying. He pulling the Mike Jones on you. But I get it, bud. But don't don't stoop to that level. That's what I would say to Bud Crawford. Don't stoop to that level. Keith Thurman wanted, give it to him. Keith Thurman and you will be a force to be reckoned with. Cause I'm still a Keith fan. I believe once you got the power, you always had the power. I got the power. Remember that? I got Once you got the power, you always got the power. So Keith Thurman, he probably could catch you slipping or whatever. I don't want him to. I'm more of a fan of yours at this point in your boxing career than Keith's. But yeah, I mean, don't be like that, bud. But if you finish with 147, you finish with it. I totally got what Bud was saying about Bruce Ennis. Like, man, I'm not thinking about you. You're not bringing nothing to the table. But Keith was a unified champion before. Ennis was never. Danny, the only reason you get a reprieve because you're an old head in this at this point. But Danny, you ran from Bud at 140. You ran from him, and I get Bud. Like I said, he telling y'all back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Y'all all on me, and he got a right to say that. And I'm with Bud on that all the way through. I'm just saying, Bud, after you done curse their ass out, settle down and rethink. Now, if either one of y'all want to come meet him at 154, you're more than welcome to. But I don't think Bud should go down to 147 to face y'all. Y'all need to come up on his level. That's how I feel about that. Now, I will say that much. But Keith Thurman, you came back with the clap back, and then you capping. So now you making me not like you, Keith Thurman. And I was always a Keith Thurman fan, but you making me not like you because you came back with this bull crap. Talking about something that won't the same Earl Spence. Yes, the hell it was. Y'all gonna give Bud his credit. Y'all gonna stop playing with this man. That was the same Earl Spence. He beat the Earl Spence that y'all couldn't beat, that y'all was running from. That's who he beat. And y'all talking about that wasn't the same Earl Spence. What was different? Because he couldn't make weight. Who can't? Who knew that? When you come, there's boxers that are 21 years old that know that they can't make weight. And when they get in their 30s, you already know that. How do you not know physicality when that's your job to know it? You've been cutting weight since you was a teenager, Earl Spence. So now we supposed to give you a pass. Not that you asked for it, because you didn't ask for it. But your fans and everybody want to talk about you ain't look the same. Yeah, you was probably drained. You probably was. But who the fuck cares? Ain't nobody care about that. You was drained because you made those choices. You made those choices to be drained. You stayed at that weight class way too long. And guess what? You came in bigger weight classes. You came in at 160 and you said, not, can't do that. Then you moved down to 154. Not, can't do that. Then you went down to 147. You said, just right. You did the Goldilocks thing. It was just right. So what was it about 154 and 160 that you couldn't do back then, but now you can do now? What did 160 and 154 bring to the table for Earl Spence back then that it just wasn't feasible, for him to fight at that weight? Did he not have enough power? Was he slower? What was it? I think these are things that people should want to find out before they try to offer it up as an excuse as to why he couldn't really he won't the same. As if going up to 154 and 160 is gonna make him super bad again or different. It didn't make him super bad in the first place. Boxing God 7 said Keith No Time Thurman is irrelevant. He turned down the Bud fight before Danny turned down 3 million. Exactly. And Danny, we got the proof. That's why I asked in my thumbnail, do I need to pull the receipt? You ran from Victor Postal, you ran from Bud Crawford. You did, Danny. And then y'all gonna get mad at Bud as if he did something to you. Y'all ain't had a kind word to say to Bud all that time. But I will say this. I don't remember Danny and Angel and all them going off on Bud on a regular back in the day. I don't remember y'all really studying it that much, like Earl was and all that stuff. But the fact remains, you ran from him. You ran out of 140 to 147 running from Bud and Victor Postal. And now you done ran out of 147. I mean, you ran out of 140 going to 147. But you ran out of 147 going to 154 running. As if that's gonna help. You know what I'm saying? And I think one of y'all fought him in the amateur. I'm not saying you scared. I think Danny, what it is, you can't beat Bud. And it's crazy because you are a power puncher. Even Keith Thurman got to give you that props. You a power puncher, and we know Keith is one time. So Keith, you are right about that. You have your one time, and you can keep it. But I don't think you a better boxer than Bud. Bud can crack too. But y'all act like he can't do it. And that narrative that y'all keep trying to put out, y'all need to stop. Cause it's over. No longer will you be able to diminish Bud's acumen or none of that shit. Jerry Taxer, what you doing up, baby? Welcome to the building. What you doing up, boo? He said holler to you. You get the phone fixed yet? Nah, I'm on a whole nother device. I ain't even at home, Jerry. I have to probably just get a whole nother number. Boxing guy said, I'm sorry for eating in y'all ear. He said they was trying to separate and have Earl at 147, Jamel at 154, and Jamal at 160 is the only reason I can see so they can avoid each other. Exactly. That's why Jamel was pressed about being on Derek's team and being up under Earl. He act like he was kissing their ass. But then Jamel probably learned along the way he just as good as Earl. Out of all of them, out of the three boxing god, um, motherfucking what's his name? Jamel, I would say is the best, and then I would say Jamal when I'm talking about ability, and then I say Spence. They all are great fighters, but Jamel and Jamal were boxers before they was sluggers like Spence. I just see it that way. But it don't mean that Spence couldn't beat either one of them. But I'm just saying they better boxers than Spence. Jerry said Bud should fight Keith and Boots. Bud shouldn't fight Keith. I mean Boots. Jerry. If Keith, I just was talking about this though, Jerry. Bud said pretty much back then when you ain't know me now I'm hot, you all on me, and that's basically his sentiments. He basically saying Mike Jones to motherfucking Keith and Danny. But it's true. Back then, they ain't know him. They ain't want him. He won't good enough. Now he hot, they want him because they know it's a payday, payday that come with that. They know it's some accolades that come with fighting Bud. Just fighting Bud gonna put your face on the map. Just like fighting Tank will put your face on the map. And they know this now. But they made them choices, Jerry. They made them choices. Boost don't bring nothing to the table. That's looking backwards. Boots, the best thing he should do is to wait in the wings. The man is 25 years old. Wait in the wings. Bud got to drop them belts. When he dropped them belts, Boost going to a scooping up campaign. I bet you Danny or Keith Thurman ain't trying to see him when he going to scoop them belts up. And who else gonna be Boots? Boots will be an undisputed champion at 147. I see it. But he need to stay the fuck out of Bud face if he know what's good for him. He said those guys don't decide who they fight. They have to do what Heyman says. Now that Bud is signed and doing business with PBC, the fight is makeable. Uh, Jerry, say it the correct way. Say it the correct way, Jerry. Come on now, I'm gonna force you to say it the correct way. Bud is not signed to PBC through his own mouth, Jerry. He's not signed through PBC. He is obligated to do a rematch with Earl with PBC. That is it. That's all. If Earl did not activate the rematch clause, Bud would not have to fight another PBC fight. He don't have to fight with PBC. So you have to say it correctly, Jerry, so we don't confuse nobody who's listening. Bud does not belong to PBC. And you know he don't. So your statement is kind of skewed. He don't owe PBC nothing. Hell, Jerron Boots Ennis is not signed to PBC. He don't owe PBC nothing. The only person that's probably signed to PBC is Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman. Now, Bud, I told you, made the statement. Back then, you didn't want me. Now I'm hot, y'all on me. He has a right to say that because that's what it was. They purposely ignored him, avoided him, and everything. Call it what you want, say it how you want. They did. Do I think that they scared of Bud? No. But I think they know he would not have been an easy win, if not a win at all. That's what I think they knew. So you you just have to look at it. You said point is Bud fighting on PBC promotion just for the rematch. He is now doing business with them just for the rematch and them with him. That was not the case before. Just for the Earl fight, Jerry. I feel you to a certain extent, but it was just specifically for something. It's not an open door policy to everything else possible. Now, I said, Jerry, you'll be surprised that even though Bud had to get that ish off his chest, he had to say it with his chest. Don't stoop that low and be like what Earl and them were doing. Well, you make me mad. I don't like you, so I ain't gonna fight you. Y'all said men are not emotional. If Keith wanted, come to 154, Keith. Danny already up at 154. Come get it at 150. If you want to fight with Bud, come get him up there. Bud does not have to capitulate and fight them. We were saying that about Earl Spence all these years. Bud is a Hall of Famer. Without Earl, he did not need Earl to do anything. And that was true then and it's true today. And now that he fought Earl, he really don't need none of them. He don't. They need him. So Bud is in the driver's seat. Jerry said, so who should Bud fight? Only big fights are Tank, 3 weight classes below, and Canelo, 3 weight classes above. Now the fight is going to happen. So who she? We don't know. Well, I would say this, Jerry. I'm not mad at you for that speculation right there. You might be on point, but Bud has put it out there. Hey, I fight Canelo. I personally think, Jerry, that Bud said that to block Jamel in, because I personally think Jamel is running. Me personally. Again, I don't look at it like the men are scared of other men. I look at it like they know what they can do and what they can't do. I don't think Jamel can beat fucking Bud. And Bud knows it and Jamel knows it. But Jamel need time. That's why Jamel is like, fuck, I'm back. I'm telling you, Jerry, these guys back themselves into a corner, whether it's our fault, whether it's their fault as a fighter, whether whoever fault, they get backed into these corners and these predicaments, and then they gotta find the best solution out. For Jamel, he's doing what he's supposed to do. I'm not mad at Jamel. He rather go fight Canelo. It's possible he may win because he's a better boxer than Canelo, but it's also possible he may lose. But what's not possible, his stock will go up. That is for sure. And it's Canelo. He got beef with Bud that makes it more personal and more embarrassing if he fight Bud and lose. So Bud is like, look, nigga, I know you're gonna go up there and it's possible you might beat Canelo. But if you beat him, you're gonna stay up there. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight either one of y'all motherfuckers. So neither one of y'all can run from me. You feel me? And that's what I think Bud was doing. Hold on 1 second. My bad, y'all. Told y'all I'm on location. But I think that's what Bud was doing. He was chasing down Jamel. Like you go up there, you try to stay, I'm gonna get you up there. You go up there, you try to come back down, I'm gonna get you when you come back down. You can't hide from me. And that's what I really think it was about. He said, I don't think Jamel wants to smoke either, but I also don't think Canelo will fight Bud. It's a lose situation. For the money, Canelo would. That's the only reason why I would say Canelo will fight him, for the money. And and he might feel like it's possible he can beat Bud. Canelo, excuse me for eating in y'all ear. Canelo is not a slouch. He could possibly beat Bud. He's bigger and he can box from the waist up. But ain't no telling what'll happen when two men get in that ring. Bud is not a slouch. We all seen this. We all seen this. And Bud could possibly beat Canelo. Maybe. I put the same thing on Bud that I put on Jamel. Three weight classes, two weight classes, whatever. You are not used to fighting at that weight class. That causes pause. That gives me pause. It's possible that can be a detriment to Bud. He's still a man. That's all they are. They men, y'all. They men. They're human beings, not superheroes. And y'all can see how unbiased I am. I Bud is still a man. He go up there, and Canelo could very well beat him because of the weight. And that could happen to Charlo too. But Bud and Charlo has one thing Canelo don't. They got legs and feet that work. And that right there is the creme de la creme of boxing and can make all the difference in the world. So I commend Charlo for picking the choice. He took what he had was lemonades, and he had lemon and he made lemonades. No matter what happens in this fight, he did himself a good service, and he did the right thing. It's what I would have picked. you know, I'd rather Canelo than Bud. The money gonna be there. Jerry said, "I'm sure he feels he can beat Bud. Problem is, he will get zero credit for it, and in fact, get heavily criticized if he wins, fighting a fighter moving up 3 weights, and then if he loses to Bud." I don't think it would be like that, Jerry. I think we gotta really sit back and smell the coffee because Bud has, to me, did what I thought he would do all along, but to the rest of the world, he did the impossible. It was the world who kept acting like he was so beneath Spence, or he was so beneath what they said he was. That was what the world said. And Bud turned around and did the impossible and made all of y'all eat y'all words. So he is a force to be reckoned with. And y'all gotta start talking about him like that. He is a force to be reckoned with. Point blank, period. And y'all cannot be halfway, giving him credit. He got past that test, but he didn't really get past the test. He passed the test. True and true. He overly passed the test. And that's how y'all gotta refer to him. He met y'all expectation and then some. Y'all put Earl Spence on a pedestal. It was y'all who put him up there like he was holier than thou, only to look simply ordinary when facing a fighter like Bud. And we told y'all year after year about this nigga's skills. Y'all didn't listen. Bud don't leave no doubt in his victory. Footwork always gives Canelo trouble if you know how to do it. Exactly. But can you take Canelo's punches? That's what I mean by the weight. Can you take it, Bud? Can you take it, Charlo? Canelo ain't no little boy. And Boxing Guy said Canelo will get credit if he wins. Yeah, he will, of course. Because whether y'all want to say it or not, and this is why Keith Thurman, you pissing me off because you capping, trying to act like that wasn't the same Earl. You're trying to diminish him. You're trying that old playbook, and it ain't gonna work no more. It ain't gonna work. I think Bud beats the shit out of Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman, you becoming annoying. Now you know that's weird for me to even say, because I'm a Keith Thurman fan. But you becoming annoying with your capping ass, and you don't have to cap. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to cap. You and Bud will be a great fight, but you made the choices you made, Keith. Y'all decided to shit on Bud, and then you mad because he feel the way he feel. Just like with Earl Spence. That's why I don't drag Earl when I be like, that's just not good business, Earl. You still need to fight him. You never heard me drag the Charlos about Andre neither, and they had their reasons for not wanting to fight him. Because it's not about emotions. It's not about feelings. It shouldn't be anyway. Y'all never heard me drag these people because they still human. Andre did some shit that pissed them off. So they was like, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But Charlos, you guys took it to another level with the fucking. You went years and years, which was crazy. Okay? I'm sure Andre had to learn a lesson. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. And then Earl Spence, you did the same thing with Keith Thurman. He was your Waterloo. And then you turn around and you doing the same thing Keith did with your injuries. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Jared said you do realize Bud was favored to beat Spence, right? It yes, people with great sense and logic, Jerry, wrote that down. I did see the bookings and all that. But you fans didn't favor him. Y'all didn't. Y'all was 110% sure that Bud was gonna lose to Spence. Y'all just knew what y'all was talking about. Cause Spence is the weight bully. He bulls through you. He's relentless. He hits hard. Y'all can see his power in numbers and shit. Even though he ain't knocking out nobody. Y'all be talking about Blu-ray and all this stuff, and Blu-ray be like, when he was with me, he had this knockout power. Dude, you got a power that you're given. Just like, okay, something as simple as the range in your complexion. It don't matter where in the cold climates you go, you can only get but so light. It don't matter where in the hottest climates you go, you can only get but so dark and everything in between. That's your range. Same thing with power. That's your power range. Now you can learn how to exact or execute your power more and all that stuff. And build it up so you can do it more or execute it more or better. But you ain't getting no more power than the good Lord ever gave you. But for some reason, y'all could not see Bud's power. Could not see it. And I found that strange. But you see Earl's. And that's why Earl was supposed to beat Crawford. But the Hall of Fame folks knew, former boxers knew, people who was being non-biased knew. So all y'all biased motherfuckers that just really counted Crawford Power out in over Earl's. So when you say you do realize Bud was favored, because them people is being honest. Y'all were the liars. Y'all were the outliers. Jerry Tasker said, "Boxing God." I disagree. Canelo got heavy criticism bringing up Khan one weight class, and Bud said himself in regards to fighting Tank, "I won't get no credit for it." They might not, but if that person is asking, Jerry, just like you don't see me dragging Spence too much at all. We jazz him a little, but you have never seen me drag him about the Mikey Garcia fight. Mikey said he saw something. Mikey's a boxer. He dared to dream. He wanted to go up and face Spence and do something extra. Mikey said he saw something. So Mikey got the opportunity. Earl gave him an opportunity. What's wrong with that? Say he saw something. He didn't see that ass whooping, but he saw something. You understand? Mikey asked for that. Earl ain't asking to go to 168. Bud is asking to go to 168. So if Bud take his ass up there and get beat, then that's on Bud. Because Bud has been in boxing long enough to know the do's and don'ts. All of them have been in boxing long enough to know the pros and cons, the do's and don'ts. Even Jamel, he knows it's a risk. But he sees something. But it'd be one thing if Canelo is reaching down low. Tank reached up. Tank talked that shit. And Tank cannot back that shit up. I don't care what he say. Is Tank a man? Can he hit him? If Bud let him. But just like kept trying to tell y'all, that Bud is not gonna let Spence do what y'all think he gonna do. And he didn't. Same thing with Tank. Tank said all I gotta do is touch him. You gotta get to it. But you act like Bud ain't just gotta touch you. That's all Bud gotta do is just touch you, Tank, and get to you. That's all he gotta do. And you going night night. So in lies the conundrum. But who asked for it? Tank did. Bud didn't suggest that. He said, y'all is a pretty broad team, T. Lots of people picked Bud. In fact, most of the fighters in the game picked him. It, I've realized y'all, when I say y'all, my bad, I don't mean no absolute or anything like on one side or either way. When I say y'all, I'm talking Spence fans specifically. Whether you sexuals or whatever, his fans saw what they saw. Bud fans saw what they saw. Who was being more objective and who was not? That's the question, Jerry. You can't say Spence fans were objective to what they were seeing. They could not have been. Because they really did not see this ass whooping coming. They couldn't see it. And they still can't see it. This is why they make excuses. Bud had to be cheating. It's the snack program. Even though Bud got on the snack program right before the Sean Porter fight. What about their favorite fighter? What's his name? Devin Haney. Boo Boo Andre. Boots was on snack. I mean, we can go on and on. Caleb Plant. Okay. What about those guys? So that's not an excuse. What about the fact that Bud knocked out the last 11 opponents or 10 opponents that he had in 147 and 140? They couldn't give him no credit for that. Spence fans didn't give Bud no credit for that. That didn't mean shit. What about the fact that Spence ain't knocked nobody out since Ocampo, and the next person he knocked somebody out was Ugas? So Ocampo, no knockouts, Ugas. But he's the knockout king. He's knocking motherfuckers out. He's the eye collector. Who collected his eye? And what about the truth that Ugas ribs and all that shit wasn't broken? Sure, you got his orbital bone, but you didn't get no ribs and all that other shit. None of that shit was broken. But that didn't stop them from saying it. Spence fans, I said he looked his weight drain, not the week of the fight, the week before the fight when they first did a media workout. Every Spence fan shot me down, argued with me tooth and nail. I said, fuck it, you right, fine. He looked great. You got a guy who made a compilation video out of all these Spence-led channels talking about how good he looked the day before the fight and how he gonna collect the eye, he gonna destroy Bud, and only to change their story the very next day. What happened in the day, Jerry? I'm not putting that on you, Jerry, but I'm just saying, when you look at the totality of how everything is, this is what I be talking about. Y'all was sure. Jerry said Mikey went up one division to T, not three. That is unprecedented. President in boxing. It might be unprecedented, but it happens. Mikey was He is a bona fide 135 pounder. Just because he getting older and getting lazy and he put weight on, that don't mean shit. He is certifiably a bona fide 135 pounder. I think he did fight at 140, or some people say he didn't. But the point is, one class, two class, he went up. He was too little to fight Earl, and Earl knew it. But it ain't Earl's fault. It's Mikey's fault. He wanted it. His daddy tried to tell him no. His brother tried to tell him no. But Mikey saw something. He a man. He tried. I'm not mad at Mikey. And guess what? Got a nice paycheck and subsequently got more nice paychecks. Even in the last fight, he got like 7 million. If that was the goal, he accomplished his goal. I ain't mad at Mikey. I'm really not. I ain't mad at Earl neither. Cause Earl, only part that I can be mad at Earl is that we waiting on Crawford and you fighting everybody but Crawford. That part I was mad. But if we wasn't waiting on Crawford like that and he fought Mikey, I would not have been mad. He said if Bud wants the Canelo fight, here's what he should do. IMO petitioned the WBO to fight Tszyu for the 154-pound belt. Then same for Janabe for the WBO 160 title. Then challenged Canelo at 168. But Jerry Bud said he ain't got much time left in the boxing world. He already just declared that too. So he might want 2 or 3 fights, and that's it. He's taking it to the house. If Canelo know he can beat Bud, this is the time. Bud is, y'all say he coming out his prime. Canelo is probably coming out his prime. Canelo drinks. So Canelo is older than what he is, even though he's younger than Bud. All of them who drink is really older physically than Bud. So that's how you level that shit out. But if Canelo want to fight Bud, by all means. If he'll fight Charlo, he'll fight Bud. That's how I look at it. If he'll fight Charlo, he'll fight Bud. Point blank period. Dan Tan said, how about all the people Spence beat up in the sparring, but there's never any footage? Yeah. They always he's this collector. What happened with him is a classic case of reading your press clippings, believing the hype about yourself. You let these people gas your head up and make you think you was more than what you were. I ain't saying you're not great. Never saying that. But you wasn't what you said you were. Not against Bud. Spence smugly gave Bud .5 for his resume. I mean, think about all the people Bud fought. Line them up in a line and let them face Spence. And just say, Spence, do you really feel that I'm worth about .5? Let each one of them ask him. And you know damn well Spence don't feel that way about them. But why did he do it? So we know why. It was to besmirch Bud and put him down and all that. Then Keith Thurman When you're talking to Bud, expressed a true feeling. Back then, didn't know him. Now he hot. You all on him. That is a true statement. It was like that. That's true. That's a true feeling. And your retort or response is gonna be talk about Spence won't the same. You steadily gonna go back on that old washed up narrative of trying to act like Bud won't shit. You of all people, Keith, you are a boxer. I expect more from you. Then you want to be like acting like you're not hating, but you low key hating. You the motherfucker that said I need 8 months and I need a tune up before you fought Bud. That's what you said, and you didn't have to say that. Cause had you said let's get it now, you would have got it. You said that shit, Danny. Your own choice, running out of 140 to avoid Bud, and then you run out of 147 still to avoid Bud and all them. You are running. You don't want to fight Boots. You don't want to fight Bud. You don't want to fight Earl. Well, you fought Earl. You buckled down and you fought him. Because all of y'all know that Earl was beatable. But the one good thing about Earl, he relentless and he don't stop for nothing. He's like a freight train coming at you. Like Smokey Joe, he constantly coming at you. No matter what you did to him, he was coming at you. The equalizer was somebody with power. He didn't keep coming at Bud, and he tried. If you look at that fight, he tried, but he didn't keep coming at Bud because Bud was the great equalizer. Yes, Bud had to take his power shot, and trust me, some of them shots hurt Bud because I seen him when he threw Bud ass back in the corner. Oh, he manhandled Bud too. He flicked his ass right back in that corner and was trying to get up in his stomach. Bud wouldn't stay there though. But he hurt Bud. When he hit Bud in the face and Bud made that face, but he didn't flinch or move or whatever. Oh, it hurt. It hurt. But he lost confidence. Bud stole his thunder because Bud wouldn't flinch, Bud wouldn't capitulate, he wouldn't give in. And Bud was like, okay, I took your best shot. Now can you take mine? And Spence couldn't. That was the great equalizer. If Bud did not hit hard, Spence would have ran through Bud. Y'all know it. If he didn't hit hard. So, in the end of the day, y'all, it's a lot to ask. Canelo is on his last tour. Now, the little write up said 5 years or 4 years. I think it's more so 3 to 5 fights. Canelo is gonna be done. He got 3 with PBC. He's collecting money. And boy, is he ever. He ran his ass up to a weight class he wasn't used to and got beat the fuck down by Bivol. Didn't Canelo just do that? Daring to be great, and he learned his lesson. I bet he won't do that no more. But he made money. He made more money than Bivol. And he's still making more money than Bivol. He making more money than everybody who did technically beat him. You know what I'm saying? Lara technically beat Canelo. I don't care what nobody say. He making more money than Lara. You know what I'm saying? He making more money per fight than Mayweather was making when he fought him. When Mayweather fought Canelo, he was making 30 something to 40,000, 30 to 40 million a check. Canelo making 52 million a check, 60 million a check, a fight. Now, of course, Mayweather made over upwards 200, 300 million, whatever, fighting Pacquiao, fighting McGregor. But that was cumulative. What was he making a check? Same as Canelo. And here Canelo with some losses. Mayweather ain't take no losses. See the difference? See the difference? So if he fought, if he gonna fight Charlo, he'll fight Bud. He only need 3 fights. I think Canelo really believes, or would really believe, that he can beat Bud. I really think that. And you know what? It's not a far stretch for him to think that. But I got Bud because I'm a Bud fan, and I'm gonna go with Bud. But I'm gonna say it with some clarity. I don't think it's a far stretch for Canelo to think that he couldn't beat Bud, or that he could beat Bud. I don't think that's a far stretch in his mind. It wouldn't be. It would not be a shock to me. Put it that way. Jared said, "I guess this thing moving." Jared said, "Well, it's never happened before. Not 3. Mikey came up from 140 to fight Spence at 147, one weight class. I don't know, Jared. I don't know boxing history, but I heard it happened before." He said Mikey saw a big paycheck fighting a slow Texan. I guess he meant slow Texan, and he sold out Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Yeah, money. He was on the money run. Mikey just came out of all that legal trouble. Now he's able to fight. He was on the money run. Jared said, "Well, that would be 3 fights, you know, because Charlo and him gonna get a rematch, and then he can fight Bud. That's 3 fights. If Danny wanted at 154, he already up there. He can get it. Danny gotta want it. It ain't enough that Bud want it. You know, Keith Thurman already told you he's only interested in 147. Bud has told you he done with 147. Bud has told you he ain't thinking about boost. These people have spoken and said what they gonna do. It's up to us to fucking listen. Boxing God 7 said it was 2 weight classes. Mikey moved up because he fought Spence after he fought Robert Easter at 135. In the unified fight, you can fight. You can fact check me on that. I heard that too. That's why I say he was really a 135 pounder. So that's 135, 140, and 147. That's 3. Cause if Bud, like if he go, Bud is at 154 now. He ain't 147. But technically I get it. He's still 147 until he have an actual 154 fight. Bud has said he done with that weight. I don't know. We gotta take him for his word. So 154, 160, and 168. That's 3. Same thing like Mikey. Mm. He said Canelo has been making 50 to 60 million dollars a fight for his last dozen or so fights. Just finished a 3 fight deal with the zone for 160. Come on, dozen or so, Jerry. I don't see that. Boxing God, you are correct. It was 2 division. Mikey moved up. Um, No, that's two 140, 147. You can't count the weight class he was in. So so that means if Bud is 154, that's 160, 168. That's two. It's been done before then. That's what Charlo doing too. Because Bud is not 147 no more. He didn't said it. PGH Big Dog is in the building. What's popping, King? He said salute Queen T. That's all I was saying, Jerry. It's pretty much right there. It's pretty much the same. And whether Canelo was making 50, 60 for a dozen fight, I don't think so. But if he was, kudos to him. It's still a money grab. The nigga, he at the end of his career. I don't mean to say nigga, but he at the end of his career, shot it. Canelo don't care. He at the end. He don't got 3 to 5 years. He done. he loves playing golf. He rich as hell. He can have any woman. He can change women like he changed draws. I think he got married. He said they didn't sell out Cowboy Stadium. Canelo got the record with Billy Joe fight. Fact. Yep. Bud has not fought at 154 yet, though, T. Yeah, Jerry, but he there. I feel you, Jerry. But he there. You know what I'm saying, Jerry? Like he ain't 147 no more. He already said yeah. So he's in purgatory. Let's just say it like that, Jerry. Would that be fair? He's in purgatory. He's in between. He ain't at one. Yeah, he ain't at 147, and he ain't exactly 154 Christian yet. But he there. And Danny don't want it. Danny ran. Danny ran from 40, 47, and to 54. Danny don't want it. That's why you ain't hear much back from Danny. But I noticed that when Danny and his father have a chance to talk about Bud, Danny try to be more careful, but you know, Angel gonna be Angel. You can tell Angel don't have no love lost for Bud. Like he just he ain't pressed for Bud. It's almost like he got a problem, with Bud. And I don't know why. I never knew why. But hey, your son deemed or your team deemed that y'all couldn't beat Bud. I ain't saying they scared of Bud. I don't never say these fighters are scared of Bud. But it's almost like you know who you can beat and who you can't. Danny knew he couldn't beat no Bud. So he left. He left the weight class. You know what I'm saying? PGA said, it is true. Bud back on his diva shit. Yep. Yeah, he on his diva shit. Well, I don't think Canelo is going to fight Bud. So if he doesn't, T, who should Bud fight? Whoever Bud want to fight. Bud told y'all he got about 3 fights left. 2 to 3 fights left, and he done. So he should fight who he want. And I don't care if we was talking about a Stanley Jonas, a Bruce Ennis, a Danny Garcia, a Charlo, of either one of them, or Spence. When you say I got 3 fights left and I'm done, fight who you want. Money grab all day. Cause you deserve it. I ain't never mad at nobody that feel that way. PGA say, damn, why the shit moving? Okay, PGA said, Bernie said Bud ain't giving up his 147 belts. Not yet. He's strategic. Y'all don't remember the time, and if y'all think about it and remember my shows, we was in a predicament now because we didn't know what Earl was gonna do. We didn't know what nobody was gonna do, and I was like, Bud, don't drop the belts, because Bud was like, fuck it, I'll just go fight Charlo. I was like, and not the Bud, not saying Bud listened to me, but apparently he listened to me. I was of the notion, don't drop the belt. Don't make it that easy for Earl, because soon as you drop that belt, he going to get it easy. You make him have to face you. I don't. We will wait for Earl to the end of time. That's what it was. That's what I felt. And Bud did not drop his belts. So Earl had to eventually come see him. But PGH, Danny left 140. He was running from Bud. He had opportunities to fight Bud. He didn't want to, PGH. And then he said, Bud don't want that Boots work. You can say that Boots don't want that Bud work. Boots had an opportunity to get Bud too. PGH, let's not start that. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Your boy got his ass whooped, so we don't have to play them games no more. Bud is the champion, has always been the champion. Boots was never the champion. Who was chasing who? Who needs to chase who? Let's keep it 100. Bud don't need to chase Boots. Boots need to chase Bud. And Boots had an opportunity twice, and he welched on him. Now I ain't mad at Boots because Boots picked a worthy opponent, another champion who had more belts than Bud. He rathered Earl Spence, but he could have had Bud. So let's not do that. And whatever his reason for not taking the Bud fight, he chose not to take it. Had he took it, and if y'all think Boots is the deal, and Boots is the big man on campus, then why didn't he just go to Bud and take the fucking belt? Then he would have been a big man. But Boots didn't. You gotta ask Boots these things. Y'all can't keep putting it off on Bud like it was something he could have did or something he didn't do. That was that man's choice to not face Bud. Bud don't. Let me say. You said Bud is only chasing them big checks right now, and I can't be mad at him, PGH, for some reason. If Earl, as bad as the ass whooping that Earl took, if Earl started chasing big check, I can't be mad at him either. Jared said, "Well, there is no money to grab outside of Canelo and Tank." My original point. So again, who should he fight? Remember, someone has to pay for it. T. I don't care who he fight, Jared. To be honest, y'all can fight over that. I don't care. If that man never fight again, I don't care. Boots been chasing Spence and Bud. They don't want that. That's not true. He has not been chasing Bud. I will give you Spence, but he has not been chasing Bud. Don't come over here with the lies, PGH. You don't have to do that. Come on now. You was proven wrong with all that other Boots, with all that Bud and Spence shit. We don't have to go there now. Come on. Don't come with the lies. If he was chasing Bud, he would have got him. Wouldn't have been no chase. He won't chase him, Bud. He was chasing Spence. And I understand Spence not looking back at him. Because for Bud or Spence to look back, why would they do that? Boots didn't deserve them to look back. He won't on their level. PGA said Bud said Boots never came up. I heard him say it on the interview. Boots had opportunity to get the Bud fight. He chose not to. There was never a deal for Boots to fight on no damn app. Fake news. Stop it. Stop it, PGH. Stop it. Stop it. There was never no deal because Boots and them didn't want to make it. You can't ask the nigga, do he want to fight? And he said, you got to talk to somebody else. And then they say no. How is that Bud fault? Fake news my ass. Did that app put on a boxing match? Did BLK put on a boxing match, PGH? Yes, it did. So what the fuck you talking about fake news for? Come on, shawty. You ain't got to be that way. That BLK fight was real. Whether you liked it or not, whether you thought Ebenezer was a good opponent or not, it was a real fight. It was a real app. And it was a real boxing match. And it counted. And Boots could have been the one on that bitch. And he chose not to. Even though he is not legally obligated to be nowhere else. Here you are, you got an opportunity to get a championship belt off of somebody y'all swear he can beat the fuck down, and he chose no. Come on, that's not Bud. That's Boots. He said Bosley told y'all they turned down a fight with Bud already, and Boots left out of the WBO ranks. Boots went 12 rounds with the dude named Karen. Exactly. Boxing God. They act like they don't remember that. PGA said Showtime. Espinoza said it was not a. Come on, dude. Come on. How is it not a real offer? Come on, PGH. What the hell you talking about? It's not an offer. BLK said it's an offer. Bud said it's an offer. Bozy even said it was an offer. Now you want to tell me we got to believe Espinoza, who has no affiliation with BLK, that it wasn't a real offer? What is you talking about? Boost could have petitioned for the WBO to sanction the fight between Bud and him, but he chose to petition Earl Spence. That's walking away number one. Bozy sat up there in his own words and said they offered him the fight, but he said he got as long as it's okay with Espinoza. Of course, it won't okay with Espinoza. Why would they want BLK to reap the benefits of a fight with Bud and Boots? And then you come and regurgitate these lies as if Bud is walking away when it's Boots. Ain't nothing to talk about, dog. Your boy didn't want it. Boots has a deal with he don't. He don't have no legal contract with Showtime. Get your facts straight, PGH. He does not, and that's out of their mouth. That's out of Bosey's own mouth. He don't have a contract with Showtime. And you, when you stand up there and say that, you are flat out lying to prove a point, and you don't have to. We don't have to lie at this point. We don't. The smoke and mirrors, all that shit is gone. Y'all held Spence up like the all-time great, the all-knowing, the omnipotent, the one that couldn't be beat, the Omega and the Alpha and the Omega. And look what Bud did to him. Now y'all trying to do it with Boots. Stop the cap. Where have all Boots fights been at? It that doesn't say nothing. What did Bozy say? We are loyal to Showtime. We don't have a contract with Showtime. We don't have a contract with PBC. That's what Bozy said verbatim out his own mouth. And there's video of that. And I showed it to you on here. And you know you saw it. Boxing God said Bozy told y'all he don't have a signed contract with Showtime. People are fucking stupid. You are straight lying, PG-18. You better than that. You are better than that. And you know he said it because I played it here. He said, I want to show you how loyal I am to Showtime. We don't even have a contract with them. We loyal to them. They've been good to us. So you don't have no contract. You don't have no legal obligation to to get in the way of you getting the offer with BLK and them. And when you said they want a real offer, what do you mean by real offer? Did David Evaneezen get a real offer? He looked like he had a real fight. He looked like he got paid real money. Terrence Crawford got 10 million. That's what's reported. But I forgot. He got to open up his bank account and show y'all mother suckers that he got 10 million. But Earl don't. Tank don't. All of them could just say they got 10 million, they got 50 million, and y'all gonna take them at their word. But when Crawford said it's a lie, what the fuck is this, man? Y'all gotta stop this shit. That's what you know you biased when you're doing all this. He said, "Let me know when Boots fights somewhere else. I don't care where he fight. It's on him. PGH is his choice. If he wants to fight at Showtime forever, fine, that's him. But don't stand there and say he's obligated to fight at Showtime because he's not. There's a difference. He wants to fight at Showtime. He ain't obligated to fight at Showtime. So that's the difference. And you're going to have to stay with that. Bud got caught lying too many times. Can't trust that. Lying about what? Everything you say he lied, PGH, you lied. Everything you said he lied about, you lied. You said he didn't get 10 million. He got it. What did he lie about? He said he would beat Spence ass and he did. What did he lie about? He said he had the funding for the fight and he did. Because Al Heyman ain't put up this money for that fight. And y'all know it. Y'all lie through y'all teeth. And then you just can't help yourself. All because you hate this man. And you still can't tell me why you hate him. Because it ain't about the he signed with Bob. You hate this man because he black? Is that it? I gotta ask. Because I'm trying to figure out what is it that you hate about this man? Is it the color of his skin? That's the first thing I'm gonna ask. And you might say, how can that be, Miss T? I'm black too. Well, maybe you light skinned. Maybe you don't like dark skinned men. Or maybe you don't like dark skinned people. I don't know. What is it that you hate about this man? Because you know he didn't lie about nothing. You know he did. You know he did. He ain't getting no 10 million from BLK fake ass hedge fund. I signed it. I signed everything. You signed? What you signed? You know he got it. I'm not even gonna argue with you on that. I guess he too black for you. So I don't know, PGH. You know you my boy. I like you and all that, but I guess he too black for you. So that's the only thing I could think. He won't light enough. Sometimes Bud Crawford is gonna be like that, even amongst your own people. Your skin is gonna be too black. Uh, for me, Bud, that ain't the case. But there will be black people that your skin would just be too black, and that's the only thing I could think of because you did things the same way everybody else did, but for some reason yours is not trustworthy. I don't know. I don't know what you. Even if you open up your books, and even if you showed the check, it still wouldn't be trusted. And see, that's something deeper than I just don't like you or you're a liar. That got to do with personal shit. That got to do with skin color and all that to me. Because when you go like that, I mean that's beyond the fray. So I don't know. He said Bud lied about he was the one they made other side of the streets. BS. Bradley said that about Spence way before. And again, see, is that something to be mad to you so mad at him that if he said he made 10 million, that can't be true. That you so mad about that that Bradley said it first. And they definitely, even if Bradley said it first, meaning in the execution came under Bud first. You know what I'm saying? Bradley didn't feel no strife over that shit. He fought Pacquiao. Bud felt all that. So I'm just saying, Shawty, again, man, I don't understand how y'all just don't like this man because of his complexion. Bud got Shakur acting the same way. Shit is sad. Man, ooh, Lord, PGH, Lord. But I guess I gotta love you for your complexion. Me and a few other people out here, we gotta love you through it. Ain't nothing wrong with your complexion, shawty. You was made perfect. All of us. I don't care if you white, black, yellow, purple. But there gonna be some people that just don't like your complexion. And they're gonna associate that with everything negative. Cause what they say they mad at you about, it cannot be that mad. You cannot be mad at somebody for what they say they mad at you about to the point that you gotta say he lying about getting 10 million when they reporting it. The same way they report everybody else's. But everybody else is to be believed but except you. You can't they can't be mad at you signing with just top rank and saying you lied about everything when they be lying. Earl lied. Earl said he was the boss and he never was. Earl said he run shit. He don't work for Floyd, but he do. Earl never negotiated his deals. He let Al Heyman do all his shit, but he was the boss. Lies, lies, lies. Earl said he's gonna charge him all these different little splits or whatever the fuck he want to give him. Earl said he gonna clean up his side of the street, and then he proceeded to fight two people who don't even have a belt. He lied, but you ain't mad at his light skinned ass. You mad at Bud dark skinned ass. Oh man, I don't get it. I gotta call you on the PGH. I just want Bud to give us the good fights. Boots Charlo and stop slandering boxers on social. You want him to do what you didn't want people to do for him. But he have tried to give you the good fights. You still won't accept the fact that they avoided him. He can't make these people get in the ring with him. But you want him to be the man that you don't want them to be the man. You expect him to be a man, but you don't expect them to be that man. That's wrong. It ain't about his complexion. Stop the BS. But it's a great boxer. But the moves real funny, disrespectful to fans. As if the boxers you like ain't disrespectful. Earl Spence was highly disrespectful to motherfucking fans. Quite offensive. You ain't care about his light skinned ass. It gotta be about the color. PGH, what else is it about? Cause your reason is not making sense. Why you hate Spence so much? Spence mad PBC give Bud. No, he didn't. I don't hate Spence. You guys put Bud fans in a predicament where we gotta bring logic and common sense and the truth to the situation. If y'all was so honest and upfront, we wouldn't even have nothing to say. But y'all constantly lie, put this nigga down, call him Toby. Y'all made black jokes, so why it ain't about color? Why it ain't about color? Kucha Kinte had Spence saying the shit. Y'all made it about color, and that's what it's about to me. And ain't nobody gonna convince me because y'all are mad at stuff that don't even measure up to why you mad at like the things that y'all would do and heap on Bud don't even measure up to why you mad at him. You mad at him for what? And you don't even give him the benefit of the doubt, but you give everybody else the benefit of the doubt. Then you try to say we mad because of this, but you not mad when those guys do that and more. But I forgot they light skin. That's what it is. I don't hate Spence, but y'all not gonna make him out to be the second coming and make Bud out to be the devil, calling him Kuta Kinte and Toby. Kind of shit is that? Never seen Spence talk about broke ass fans ready to fight fans at events. Man, you picking and choosing, and I never seen Bud do the things that Spence do. I never seen Bud desecrate or besmirch a whole group of 39 fighters who was worth their salt and gold or worth their weight in gold just to put one person down. Spence said that these people were nothing. They were bums. These people gave up their life just like him. That's what he said about these fighters that Bud fought. How you put a whole 39 group of fighters down like they won't shit. But he's honorable. He's honorable. And guess what? The way he got his ass whooped, every last 39, one of them was better than Spence. None of them took an ass whooping like Spence did. So now what? So what was that all about? He lied. Had y'all believing that bullshit. But y'all ain't mad at his light skinned ass. No, I'ma call it. I'ma call it like it is. And call it. If y'all didn't want it to be about color, why you call him Kunta Kinte? And this was recent. This was leading up to this fight. You'd have think they'd have learned when they said Toby. Oh, we know when you go to the Toby and the Kunta Kinte, right? It's always about his complexion. You'd have think they'd have learned a lesson when he said Toby. But he didn't. He didn't. Earl Spence called him Kunta Kinte on $1 billion worth of game. Or $1 million worth of game thing. Right? That was recent. What is it about if it ain't about color? Queen, you keep bringing Spence's name up. I'm just saying. Y'all, that was y'all guy. And instead of y'all just being regular fans, y'all had to hurt and besmirch and put down Bud on the level that people had to uplift him. They both our guys. They were both black fighters. They were both American fighters. You guys was putting him down like he was a slave, like he was nobody, like he had no value. And then you think we supposed to say, I don't hate black people because of their color, their skin, or their complexion or whatever. That's something people do. I don't do that. And that's what I saw happening to Bud. So of course I had to jump in and I felt like a defender. And then just judge the motherfucker on the content of his character and what he's able to do in that ring. And that's how I judged Earl too. I don't hate Earl. Earl was never a better boxer than Bud. Never. And when they do the rematch, he gonna lose again. In my opinion. Nothing is etched in stone, but in my opinion, he gonna lose again. But I ain't gonna give Spence no credit because he lighter or whatever, and Bud discredit him because he dark. And that's what y'all do. Or else y'all would have never said Toby or Kunta. You can't prove me wrong. Bud is abusive to his fans. No, he not. No, he not. He don't sell because y'all was successful at putting them down. When you want to go after somebody and knock somebody down and be successful at it, it is what it is. And you don't like him because he not successful, because he don't sell to his fans. What abuse was he giving to his fans? What abuse? I don't know of any. But resume is trash. Canelo just said the same thing. Well, Spence trash. You gonna say that? Let me. Won't you type up here how much trash Spence is? Say it. Say Spence is trash. Spence was Bud's easiest fight at 147, and not even an Earl sexual can deny that. Spence said Spence was terrible in that Bud fight. I don't know what the hell was wrong. Wasn't nothing wrong with him. He was trash. Say he was trash. Don't pussyfoot around it. Say he was trash. I think Spence needs to get a real medical checkup. What was wrong with Spence? What was wrong with Spence? Say he was trash. You won't say that. You see how you talking around it? Say Spence was trash. Point blank period. Like you say his other resume compadres were. Say Spence was trash. I dare you to say it. You ain't gonna say it. You rather say something was wrong with him. He won't write. He can't get right that night. He was off his marker. He was tired. He was drained. He was something. But say he was trash, because that's what he was. Oh, you took me up on it. Spence was trash in that fight. No, Spence is trash. Not in the fight, because that denotes that night he was off. He's trash. Like you say, Avanesian is trash. You don't say that night Avanesian was trash, or a couple of fights ago he was trash. Y'all don't say that about Bud opponents. Y'all say they trash. Point blank, period. I need you to say that right now. Spence is trash. Say it again. I ain't see it. See, I've been told you that. Say it again. You talking around it, dude. I ain't crazy. Say he trash. Let me see you say it. With the same vigor you say about them other people. Let me see you say it. Spence got exposed for the hype job he was. Exactly, Dan Tan. He ain't gonna never say he trash because he don't believe he trash. But they rather talk about other people like that. Like that's a fact. You know, you didn't like Bud because his color. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all shouldn't have said Kuta Kinte and all that shit. Spence ain't trash, but the fight he fought. No, he trash. He trash. David Avanesian had a better knockout ratio than Spence in his last few fights. He trash. Say he trash, though. Yo. Just like you say David's trash and all those other fighters, and Jeff Horn was trash, and all these other fighters, whether you believe Pacquiao really won the fight or not is irrelevant. But Jeff Horn was not trash. He's not a trash fighter. You know, these Mean Machine was not a trash fighter. But go ahead, and they were undefeated. Say that Spence was trash, just like you said they were. Then I can believe some shit. Jerry said Spence was a undefeated pound for pound fight fighter with a better resume than Crawford. Saying he was trash discredits Crawford. No, Jerry, don't come in here trying to protect him. Say, look, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. You ain't never heard me call Bud or his fans names. Yeah, you did. Y'all Bud buddies are the special breed. Yeah, you did, PGH. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I heard you. You talked about how you hate him and all that. I heard you. Spence does not have a great resume. He don't. He said at Jerry Facts. No, Jerry, let me tell you what I'm saying is Mean Machine, for instance. Now I'm gonna tell you what I think Mean Machine's problem is. He gasses out. If he could fix his tank, Mean Machine would be a force to be reckoned with. But he was knocking people out. He was undefeated. And just because we didn't know him over the states, that don't make him trash. But y'all called him trash. Y'all called him trash. And he was putting up a better performance than Earl Spence. So y'all took everything that man was and everything he was about and all the training he did and all the other fights he did, and y'all deemed him as trash. You didn't say trash that night. You didn't say sometimes he trash. You said complete and utter trash. I'm asking you to keep the same energy and say that about Earl. That's all I'm asking. But you won't. You also joined in when you called the man top ranked Toby. And y'all called him Kunta Kinte. Y'all was cool with all that. So why wouldn't my mind say it's about his complexion? Cause we all black up in here, right? He said never. I never said I hate. But you oh PGH, you be forgetting. You said you hate him because he signed with Bob. You don't remember that conversation me and you had? He said Mean Machine is sea level at best. So is Earl. Whatever you say about any of Crawford's opponents, Earl is worse. Say it. Say it in your mouth. Shame the devil. Didn't Ortiz destroy that boy to trash? Yeah. Didn't Earl get the most one-sided ass whooping you ever seen? When he said he was gonna dish it out, Mean Machine ain't done shit before. But why? Why he hasn't? He was undefeated and he was knocking people out. Why? Why he ain't done shit? Cause you don't know them or after. Victor Ortiz beat the shit out of him and stopped him quicker than Bud. Really? He ain't did shit before or after. Really? At Dan Tan said at Jerry, there are plenty of undefeated fighters with less than 30 fights. Just because y'all don't know them, don't make them not shit. Y'all need to stop that. I want to hear. I want to see the energy. Noah GX all the way from Japan. What's poppin', King? What's going on? He said, "Hello, Queen. What's poppin'?" I'm trying to prove a point. PGH, call Earl trash. Don't say for that night. He trash. Give him the same energy that you give Crawford's opponents. Dan Tan said, "Mean Machine's an Olympic medalist, unlike Spence." Exactly. Earl didn't even medal. He participated. He said, PGA said, damn shame. You got a serious color complexion. Let it go, Queen. You ain't gonna project that to me. That's you. I never call Earl Spence Kunta Kinte. I never call him Nat Turner or no Slade. I never talked about him like that. Y'all talked about Bud like that. Jerry said, who did he fight? Was he on any pound for pound list? Was he even a champion? Again, y'all want to discredit fighters that's overseas. Then go right ahead. There's nothing I can do about it. If y'all can't understand the stupidity in that, there's nothing I can do about that. But it's real stupid to think like that. Your location got something to do with whether you're considered decent or not. Really? That's just stupidity on another level. But I'm gonna let y'all have that one. But all I said is keep the same energy. Earl Spence did worse than any of Terrence Crawford's opponents. And y'all said, and he did worse. He didn't have a better resume. That's been proven to be a lie. So he trash. So I want to hear y'all call him trash. Not for the night, not in that fight. I want to hear you call him trash. The same way you call Mean Machine trash. The same way you call Jeff Horn trash. The same way you call Victor Postal trash. These were all undefeated fighters. You know what I'm saying? They were great. They were doing good things. And they ran across Bud Crawford. So I want y'all to give them the same energy. You wouldn't go to their face and say that shit. Say that shit about Earl. Earl is leading up to the fight, day point five. So what are you, Earl? Kunta Kinte. Why? When do you bring up Kunta Kinte? Your boy, your leader said that. Why bring up? Why you say Kunta Kinte? You doubling down on some black complexion shit. Cause both of y'all niggas, both of y'all black. So okay, it said my battery is running low, so I gotta get off. What's up, Tay? Is in the building. I see you, but you coming in with my battery low. I should have plugged this thing up. Well, we know him now. He fought two good fighters and got straight destroyed by both. Um, Let me see. Tay said, "What you doing up, Miss T? I'm on location. Yeah, boy was at the pop list. Jeff Horn was a great aga. Spence ring IQ is trash. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell y'all, I have avoided saying it, but I search and search and search to find out why they hated Bud so much. It's his color. I'm sorry, Bud. It be like that. You know, some people Some of us in the black race go through that. And Jared, it's got nothing to do with you or white people. Some black people just, they be feeling like that. They rather the lighter guy. And Earl, it's not your fault neither, because you are born perfect the way God made you, and so was Bud. Everybody's born, and white people, you guys are born perfect the way God made you too. God don't make no mistakes. That's just how I feel about it. But you will have people on here that don't like you for the complexion of your skin, and it's easy to hate you because you don't fit into that perfect mold. And that's what happened with Bud when it comes to these black people in boxing. And it's sad, but he don't got to worry about that. There's enough fans, white fans, Mexican fans, whatever fans, and all he got to do is just keep being great. You can hate him all you want, but he will always have the accolades he have. So we know what the hate is really about. And that's just how it is. And I hate to be like that with you, PGH, because you one of my day ones. I love you to death. But that's just how I see him.